In those days, we had only 4 tracks and 2 tracks and 8 tracks maximum, and we got all the best songs out. And today, you got hundreds of tracks on computers, but nobody's coming out with any good songs. So now they've come to a spot where they want to remix the old songs and do them again in cinema. I'm saying, why? You got all the budgets in the world, you have all the technology in the world. Why are you going back? Why are you not creating music of today's time? So you tell people that I am the guy behind Coke Studio. What you're seeing in Pakistan. I said, are you mad? On the last song of every episode, everybody sings together on the same stage because music is equal to all.
You did Coke Studio,
yeah,
which obviously was a very established property outside of India at that point of time. And then it was the first season of Coke Studio in India, and you were you had the responsibility of producing.
Yeah, it came very funnily because I must tell you this story. So I used to live in Pune at that time, and I had a very good friend called Sukhu Shah, and he used to love me, he used to love my music, whatever I'm doing, whatever. So we would always hang out in the business community in Pune, you know. So all the, you got Kirloskars, you got this, all the who's, you know, Poonawalas, that's all that. It's a very business community and very strong. Everybody knows each other kind of thing. So this guy foolishly. So Coke Studio had come off in Pakistan and everybody was talking about it. And this, I mean, he's my friend, but he's just like, you know, trying to, hey, you know, it's all done by Leslee. I said, Sukhu, don't say that. Yeah, man, like he's not supposed to say he's done it. So he said, I said, don't go around telling them that I've done Coke Studio. No, man, it's cool. So you tell people that I am the guy behind Coke Studio, what you're seeing in Pakistan. I said, are you mad? Don't go and tell people things like that. It's not correct. Strangely, when Coke Studio came to India, they came to me. And I said, Sukhu, you said it. Now it's happened. So at least for India, then they approached me. That was Red Chillies and MTV. And they gave me a fantastic brief. They said, sir, you know music. Hands up. We leave it to you. So I got a great option to kind of open out how, because India is very difficult, you know, people keep thinking, oh, Pakistan is fantastic. I love the Pakistan, you know, they do such a fab job of whatever they do, but they also do it restrict. There are 8 songs in a season. We did 51. There's music from the north, south, east, west. We are so diverse in our culture, and you know, from, if you look at Pakistan, they got Punjab this side, they've got, you know, Iran that side, what, Afghanistan this side, and the sea on this side. So cultures around them are more or less, but what they're really fantastic at is talking to God. I think probably because it's an oppressed society, has been, that they're not free to do what they really want. You can't just drink anywhere, you can't just, you have limits on what you can do. The only one you can go and reach out to at any time without any is God. So the Sufism part, now that part, I feel they nail it, because there is that connect to God that they have, which, so this band baja Bharat is something they don't have. We have it. So our feel is very different. South ka kuch, you know, Telugu is very different from Malayalam. So that sound itself is, so to be able to you know, curate all of them and put it into one box, and with, now we have Bollywood singers, you know, they've got their own star singers, but those star singers are both. It's not Bollywood alag, and you know, we have all, like, so we had Sunidhi, we had Shankar, Kailash, KK, Richa Sharma and Bombay Jayashree, and you know, Rashid Khan, all these amazing singers, you know, in Shan, you know, I'm not remembering everybody offhand. And then there are these very young singers that were up and coming, you know, so there's Harshdeep Kaur, and there's Akriti Kakkar, all these young girls who are just about to break the ice, you know what I'm saying, breaking that, their own ceiling kind of thing. So to feature the very top guys with folk people who are also top in their own space. So I've got Shankar Mahadevan here, and I've got Khogen Gogoi over there. But Khogen Gogoi apna baap hai, wahan, who's also represented India, ye wo, for folk. Shankar Mahadev is representing India for music, Bollywood, whatever you might want to call it. Now, if I put both on the same stage, there is that, you need to create that competitive edge, otherwise it's not a recording studio, it's one take. We have top folk guy, top Indian singer, one young and upcoming Indian singer, and then some nobody singer. You know, like some young singer who's got some talent but you never ever heard of. So you put all this together, and then on the last song of every episode, everybody sings together on the same stage because music is equal to all. So it is not because it is Shankar Mahadevan, so ये लड़का ये लड़की उनके साथ में नहीं गाएंगे, ये तो बहुत छोटा आर्टिस्ट है, but there is no बड़ा छोटा, everybody is same in music. So in that way we did all the 8 episodes, and I did some 51 songs in that 40 days. So it's impossible, but you know, with the kind of budgets that we had and whatever hardships we had, I think everybody was in it for the music. And I still can't remember a time from then to now. Probably now I'm a little back in that space of just music. But till now, I think at that time during Coke Studio, when it was all, everybody was just crazy because everybody was just in it for the music. Nobody was in it because at that time for 4-5 years on television, there was no MTV channel, we had stopped. So there was no independent music. There was only Bollywood, nothing wrong with that. That's one sort of music. And reality shows were on television who were singing old Bollywood songs. So again Bollywood, there was no nothing else, no freshness to the musical space. So when Coke Studio happened, everybody was just dying to sing something else. And you know, it's amazing. I mean, you listen to Sunidhi singing a bossa nova which I created for her, and she just loved it. So I mean, they all wanted to do something. Just on the same episode, I still remember she was supposed to come and sing Bichhua. So I had done this whole grand drama of Bichhua, and it's all one take. So you make one mistake at the end, we go back to the beginning and record all over again. All 51 songs were like that. And then she hears Mausam Gogoi singing Assamese. He's singing Missing. So Missing is another kind of, so it's from Assam. It's from, but it's a different dialect. It's a different kind of Assamese. It's not your typical, and those people are very reserved. They are very musical. They are very kokila in that sense. Their music is, so a lot of people say that maybe from Thailand some cooks were brought over to the kings here, and that those families are part of that Missing tribe. So this Mausam Gogoi sings Missing. So I put him there to sing Missing. And when she heard Mausam, and Mausam is amazing, when he sings high and he's so effortlessly. She said, "Hey, ye ladka kya kar raha hai? Mujhe bhi Assamese gana hai." Right there she sat and learnt, and wo take mein ga liya. So it's all talented people who just came. Look at KK. I mean, you hear him doing Chadhta Suraj. I made him sing solo. This is the lowest note that he can sing. A normal singer would have said, "Sir, ye mere liye both like मैं TV पे आऊँगा तो how will I look? I'll not look my best," because finally he has to go right up. But I have really showcased his full range. But he said, if Les is doing it, it's okay. He'll make me sound good. So that's the kind of confidence when the artist has in you. It's your responsibility to make sure the artist sounds great. And he's done it. If you listen to Chadhta Suraj, so Coke Studio was like a crazy time with minimum budgets but maximum love for music. So I think that's how always good music has come out, when there is no luxury of you know, in those days we had only 4 tracks and 2 tracks and 8 tracks maximum, and we got all the best songs out. And today you got hundreds of tracks on computers, but nobody's coming out with a good song. So technology is there to help you, not become the thing. So I think with whatever we had, you know, I had everybody, Benny Dayal, everybody all coming in for the love of, you know, Suzanne, so many of them. Everybody came in because they wanted to sing, and somehow I think they trusted me. I can proudly say that practically all the artists were willing to do kind of what I was telling them to do, because I will tell them what to do, where, what. I'd guide them through the process so that in 40 days we could finish 51 songs, and I have to create it all. So I slept for only 2 hours every day from 5:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. 7:30 to 8:30 I had to get ready, 8:30 I had to leave, 9:30 I was on the set. And I would be working all through the night. At 5 o'clock I start emailing the band. So Darshan Doshi, Dibya, you know, Sanjay, Das, Naizil, all of them, Zoheb on keyboards.
You had like amazing musicians as well. I mean,
yeah, but they were all young musicians.
Yeah,
I had to see, they're all talented. They don't know what to do with their talent. So I have to guide them in such a way that they're free to play and they enjoy what they're doing, but they're not messing up. Like if you're just, for example, like I was telling Darshan, you know, I was a double kick there only, not no. Then tum jo mil gaye ho, that's where the double kick happens. So for me, it was just imparting knowledge of what I knew and learning new things from them also, you know, what I didn't know. So it was like a give and take for all of us. We all had so much fun and it became like a family. I still remember the last day when we finished the last day of the shoot. Everybody was crying. It was like, you know, college khatam ho gaya, ab jana hai. But it is, I think, you know, it was a fab moment for all of us.
Okay, sir, so from there to now, and we are on the verge of getting to see a new Leslee Lewis, a lot of new music.
See, a new Leslee Lewis has to be a lot of new music. Otherwise, it's not the new Leslie, it's the retro guy. So you've seen me all these years, you know I've created all these stars because of my songs. And I believe that, you know, up to, from the, let's forget the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, we had great songs. From the 20s, it is reducing, you know, you can't remember so many, you'll remember Kal Ho Na Ho or something. But as it's going off, I'm talking about Bollywood being the forerunner of popular songs. It's just going off. The people don't remember. Now they've come to a spot where they want to remix the old songs and do them again in cinema. I'm saying, why? You got all the budgets in the world, you have all the technology in the world. Why are you going back? Why are you not creating music of today's time? Why are you getting stuck in some old song? Why? Because you want it to sell. Because what's happening now is not selling. Why is it not selling? Because I can't remember it. It doesn't affect me enough for me to, just by repeating one line 20 times, you'll remember it for 5 days. After the 6th day, you forget. I'm saying, how can you carry a song in your heart over a decade? So whether it's a Pari Hu Main, or a Janam Samjha Karo, Yaro Dosti, or the Pal, or Sky Zala, or whatever you might want to call it, people still remember it today because it's a melody. I'm just talking about my songs. There's beautiful songs, Lag Ja Gale, everything that happened is still surviving. Okay. I'm just saying, look, why is nobody writing songs? I used to do with my band, so I used to perform in Jamshedpur, Carnival, Indore, you know, like tier 2 cities. And I used to tell them, बहुत पहले एक आदमी आया था मेरे पास, कह रहा था सर मेरा एल्बम करना है. तो I said, मैं अब बिजी हूँ, आशा जी का एल्बम कर रहा हूँ थोड़े. After some time he came, सर मेरा एल्बम आपने बोला था. ऐसे मैं अभी क्या है ना, कॉलोनियल कजिन्स का एल्बम कर रहा हूँ, बिजी हूँ, करता हूँ. So he's come 2-3 times. मैं के का एल्बम कर रहा हूँ. So after some time he stopped coming. And recently he came to me and he said, सर इतने सालों से मैं कह रहा हूँ कि मेरा एल्बम करना है, मेरा एज हो रहा है सर, मुझे गाना है. Can you please make one album for me because I really want to do an album. And तो मैंने सोचा भाई सही बात है, इसको मैंने बहुत बिठाया, तो we should do an album for him. And if you ever get to see his concert, you should go and check him out. He's a really nice, interesting artist, really good singer. Check him out. His name is Leslee Lewis. And because I am doing his next album, मैं आपको present कर रहा हूँ Leslee Lewis. Next 5 songs will be by Leslee Lewis, then I will be back. And then I do 5 unreleased songs, back to back. Nobody has moved. Everybody screams at the same part, whether it's in Delhi, whether it's in Bangalore, whether it's in Jamshedpur. I am hearing the audience scream at the same point in the same song every time for unheard songs, 5 back to back songs. It feels like you're watching a color film. अभी कुछ black and white हो गया, कुछ change हुआ है, sound, the whole feel of, but it's all in Hindi. You still know it. And when it gets over, 5 songs later, I said, so okay, thank you, Leslie, and I'm back. And I फिर से आपने जानम समझा करो राचम नहीं, I'm back. So my beta testing of the songs have already been done. And I'm guaranteeing you that if you don't like it on the first listen, it's not going to be on my set list. You have to like, it's about songs. So my point is, I want to bring what I feel. I want to talk to the Hindi audience. Everybody says, you know, how can I sit? I sit with you as a lyric writer, and it's fantastic when you're creating a project. But here's not a song. I have written a song. I want to say something. I want to say it. I want to write. I've never written in Hindi before, but everybody has been asking me, sir, who wrote the lyrics? And I failed in Hindi. But my Hindi teacher must be turning his grave, because it's not heavy, it's not like, you know, not like Gulzar ji, it's not like Javed ji, it's not that kind of lyrics. I'm just talking, आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ मैं बस हिंदी में, आपको समझ में आया बस, फिर से बोलना, whatever I say, comprehension has to be instant. You know, I don't want you to get confused मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, उसका मतलब क्या था, नहीं, एक बोल दिया तो समझ में आया. In Hindi, that's it, simple Hindi, like I'm talking to you. That's my song. I want to talk to India. I want to talk to Indians all over the world in their language, but I want to bring them a global sense of music, which I grew up with. So my gharanas of funk, jazz, rock, blues, pop, bossa nova, whatever it is, I want to bring it to you in my own way. So for that, I've had to write it myself, compose it myself, write it myself, sing it myself, and I think that's something I've been absolutely excited after Coke Studio, because it's after Coke Studio what? It's now presenting the singer-performer Leslee Lewis, which you've never ever experienced before. I said, you got to experience me. TV पे देखोगे, गाना सुनोगे, fantastic. Come and experience me. And every night you experience the same song, you'll feel something different about it. Because it's the way I sing, it's the way I'm, you know, I just do things my way. It's not better or worse. It's not comparative to anybody else. But nobody sounds like me. Just because I can't sound like anybody else. I can't be somebody else, they can't be me, right? So I'm just being myself in the whole thing. And I think that is what people have not seen me in my own avatar. So the singer, performer, so guitar player, jingle composer, pop music producer, band, and now the singer, performer, the artist, the independent artist, which is really, I'm totally like excited.